First of all, thank you everyone for joining today's initiate program meeting. And unlike our normal work group meeting every 2 weeks, once in every 2 weeks, this one is special as we have a special session on year practice and academy adoption in Peru. And we have a guest joining us today from Peru, and he's going to talk about his experience, his reflections on not only practicing enterprise architecture but teaching as well. And before we start his presentation, let me introduce you to Jorge Venezuela Sodas. He's a principal partner and senior MD at CPS Tech Digital, and he has over in driving technological modernization in public sector and have led multiple large-scale strategic projects such as creation of national digital government platform, the migration of critical systems to cloud, and the improvement of cybersecurity in various government entities and departments in Peru. His last assignment was as a digital architecture chief at the Ministry of Education at Peru. And in today's session, he's going to talk about year practice and academy adoption in Peru, sharing his experience, his reflections, and the challenges and opportunities he see in that region. So let's give a warm welcome to Jorge. Jorge, over to you.
Thank you, Minachi. How are you? Hello, everyone. Today I will talk about the EA or Enterprise Architecture Practice and Academy Adoption in Peru. Let me to start. This is the agenda. I will talking about the digital transformation context in Peru, current state of enterprise architecture practice in Peru, and academy adoption of EA in Peru. Other issues, other important issues today is vision and objectives of AEA Peru, or Association of Enterprise Architecture Peru chapter. What is information? What is in process to be to be achieve a constitution in Peru? Proposal for collaboration with initiate with the Open Group India, Opportunities and Challenges for Peruvian Academy. My name is Jorge Valenzuela. A Peru chapter, CEO, CPS Tech, and other qualifications, academic qualification. Today, I teaching in the National University of Engineering in Peru. I am a professor. Today is a part of this presentation. Digital transformation context in Peru on the basis of the current state, the current situation of the digital transformation in Peru is based in two laws. What is the that is general governance policy, general government policy 2021-2026, Axis 8, government and digital transformation with equity. And two law is a regulation of the digital government law 2021. Digital transformation context in Peru is based on the accomplishment of these laws, government law and regulation decree. This is specify what the application of digital architecture. Digital architecture is a good practice. Is a framework. Have a framework in this law. This is a framework, information technology management framework. one of countries with developing digital architecture. Also, Colombia is other country is implementing digital enterprise. Enterprise architecture seems to Peru, like to Peru. Digital transformation context in Peru is focuses in the OECD, or Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development Accession. In other words, the goal of Peru is belong to OECD since 2022. Peru is adopting the OECD recommendation regarding digital government and digital transformation since 2016. The frequent change of senior manager of digital technology public office, Secretaría de Gobierno y Transformación Digital, caused that the Peruvian government not follow course of action oriented to achieve middle-term or long-term goals. There is evidence that Peru followed the OECD recommendation literally in digital transformation. This could be the reason by which digital architecture is not achieving more maturity, given OECD recommendation is not directly focused in mention to enterprise or digital architecture as possible course of action for the digital transformation of countries. In other words, digital architecture or enterprise architecture is not mentioning in the reports of the OECD for the development in these countries, in Latin American countries. If we take this recommendation, such as it is, it's possible to not get the term enterprise architecture in these reports. This is the possible cause to Peru no give more steps regarding development of enterprise architecture. OECD not mention enterprise or digital architecture because his principles and guidelines are for all countries and consider that some countries not know or not have capabilities in enterprise architecture. But these countries want to start with first steps in digital transformation. In the case of Peru, digital architecture is a framework in the law, in the rule of digital transformation law, but it is considered at the end of the day, it is considered that not applicable in Peruvian reality, because it's considered the Peruvians is not prepared to adopt enterprise architecture. Okay. Current state of enterprise architecture practice in Peru. I ran a survey. The last two weeks. I get these results, these findings. In the organization where you work, is digital architecture being or enterprise architecture being used? Yes, no. Red is not, blue is yes, and orange is in the process of implementation. Okay. Can you see the greater value is in not. Not is used digital architecture or enterprise architecture in the organizations. Is the practice of enterprise architecture formalized in your organization? Here, the greater value is in no, not formalized, not formal, not it is not formal. Enterprise architecture is informal, not formal. 3, what enterprise architecture framework does your organization use? TOGAF, and who is using enterprise architecture in the organization? 27%. The most, 63% is using TOGAF. 4, what are the main barriers you face in your organization to broader adoption of AA? Lack of knowledge about enterprise architecture is the most value, is the most prominent value. Okay. What do you think are the most important opportunities for broader adoption of AE in Peru? The most relevant responses: demand growing of digitalization in the organizations, availability of academic formation, academic services in enterprise architect. This is our opportunities, most important opportunities. Yes. Current state of enterprise architecture practice in Peru. Digital or enterprise architecture is not used normally as a O27 security or cyber security, and PMBOK project management and IT service management. Yes, only 18% declare that they have AE roles and processes established in the organization. The EA framework most used in Peru is TOGAF, but 36% declare not using nothing EA framework. The main barrier to adopt EA more broadly is lack of knowledge about EA, resistance of lack of cultural support within the organization, 63%, lack of resource, human, technology, financial. As opportunities more relevant, demanding growth regarding digitalizing the organization, private sector interested in international standards, and academic formation available in enterprise architecture. Current state of enterprise architecture in Peru, organizing AEA Peru chapter in process. I am the leader. In these initiatives, organizing AEA Peru chapter, composed by 150 Peruvian enterprise architectures, which 20 are TOGAF certificate that share content, information, news, etc. regarding enterprise architecture. EA maturity level in Peru. The level of enterprise adoption is initial. 5% of public organizations have formalized that EA role. Frameworks commonly used: TOGAF, SACMAN, BISBOK. Ministry of Job. Leading for me. I am the digital architect with realize this exercise in three ministries in Peru. Challenges and opportunities. Traditional barriers: lack of knowledge, resource organization culture, OECD digital government guidelines taken literally. And opportunities: growing demand in digital transformation, interoperability, and improved user experience is required for all entities of Peruvian state for broader EA adoption. Academic adoption of EA in Peru. As a part of run this survey, I get the findings. I get the next findings. Have you taken any enterprise architecture courses in an academic institution in Peru? No. Academic institution not offer enterprise architecture as a serious course regarding the strategic management, strategic technology management course. 7, if you have taken an AE course, was it useful for you to apply it in practice? If you have taken an AE course, was it useful for you to apply it in practice? In practice, the most prominent response is not realize any course, any EA course. Something is the 27 something in some areas is 27 course, 27%. Hey, do you consider that academic offering training and capacity building in AE is sufficient to cover? The most prominent response is not enough. It's not enough the offer of enterprise architecture capacitation, enterprise architecture courses in Peru. 9, do you agree that by formally establishing the AEA Peru chapter, we could work with academia and the private sector to foster a culture of enterprise architecture in Peru, aligning with international standards such as those promoted by the Open Group? Totally okay. Totally okay is the most prominent response, 72%. Yes, this is a takeaways. Vision and objectives of AEA Peru chapter. Vision AEA Peru chapter, we are in the process. We are in the process to establish this AEA Peru. To establish AEA Peru as the leading authority and community in enterprise architecture, driving Peru's digital transformation by fostering collaboration and knowledge sharing and innovation among architects, industry leaders, and government institutions. Our chapter will bridge the gap between business strategy and technology, enabling organizations to achieve operational excellence and long-term sustainability. Objectives for AEA Peru chapter: promote the value of enterprise architecture in Peru, build proposal for collaboration with initiative the Open Group India, exchange of best practices, collaborative research projects, events and seminars. Yes, I am finished my presentation with this last slide. Opportunities and challenges for Peruvian academia. Development of specialized programs. Creation of EA academic programs in Peruvian universities, working alongside initiate of the Open Group to identify content and structures that adhere to international standards. Integration of global frameworks. Promote the use of international frameworks such as TOGAF and BISBOK in Peruvian university curriculum to prepare future professionals for a high-level my presentation today with these last slides. My company, my enterprise is a CPS Tech in Peru, offer digital transformation consulting, adaptive technology solutions, agile innovation services in digital training and empowerment. Yes, it is all for me, Minashi. Let me know what if there is questions.
Yeah, thank you, Uri. That was quite a comprehensive presentation. Any questions from attendees? Any members have any question?
Bluetooth connected.
Minashi?
Yes, Uri.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm asking the attendees if they have any questions based on your slides which you presented. Or anyone has any suggestions regards to, you give a very high-level overview of what the state of enterprise architecture and what kind of work they're doing. So if anyone would like to share any inputs and feedback, feel free to share. He joined us especially to share the current state and overall opportunities in the region. So please feel free to share that with Jorge.
I think this was good. Thanks, I think, to at least giving that overview. So, Meenakshi, currently, our curriculum, which is there, do they leverage it or they are using it? And how's that working together with them is happening? Is that?
So with regards to the curriculum, I believe enterprise architecture is being taught in some universities in Peru. One college, University Continental, I think is already teaching enterprise architecture. Jorge used to teach there. He was also one of the faculty, and they also participated in the competition. So, Jorge, if you can talk about how enterprise architecture which all university and colleges have adopted as a course, if you can just share that with the members.
Yes, Meenakshi. In Peru, let me to comment. In Peru, the most important university of engineering is the National University of Engineering. In Spanish is Universidad Nacional de Ingeniería, UNI. Is the most prominent, is the most relevant university. You mentioned in Continental University. I know the Continental University in Peruvian, in the central zone of Peruvian is a good university to lead the enterprise architecture course because they have an alliance with, for example, Evolution provider. Evolution provider Abacus is a software in order to develop the enterprise architecture with this tool.
Okay, so they're working with Evolution and BizDesign, Abacus in collaboration with, and that's how they're teaching enterprise architecture.
Yes, yeah, yes, but this is for example, this is a little sample what the most important engineers is not focused in apply enterprise architecture because the academia, the most important university in Peru of engineers, is not focused to delivery enterprise architecture course. Enterprise architecture course is a middle course, of the program. System engineers system engineering is have a program, have a enterprise architecture in the middle term. Is the 6th semester course, and my opinion is the enterprise architecture must be delivered in the last year, because the students have more maturity in strategic management of technology. This is my opinion, Meenakshi.
Okay, thank you. Any more questions?
So Meenakshi, what is our plan to work with AEA Peru chapter?
Yes, Dr. Shah. So, idea is after this session, the idea of this session was to give an overview of architecture in Peru, and also what kind of support we can offer to the universities, which are already teaching or can be a good, like he was talking about the National University for Engineering. So the plan is after the session to work closely with Hore on the possible collaboration with the AEA Peru chapter, and if we can plan focus sessions and workshop supporting the region on EA course and the frameworks. So that's the whole idea.
Okay.
Yes, regarding the AEA initiative, AEA initiative of Peru chapter, we have 150 members interested to form Enterprise Architecture Association of Enterprise Architecture Peru chapter. But we need some advice, some guidelines in order to achieve it, to achieve effectively did it. I know India have AEA India chapter. Yes. Let me Meenakshi Palab, Mr. Palab, Saha. Let me
Yes.
you can collaborate in order to can form effectively this Peru chapter.
Yes, we will definitely. In fact, a few members on this call here are also members of the AEA India chapter, and we will be happy to bring them together in this whole collaboration. Absolutely.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Pala.
Yeah, and just to tell all the members, the intent is how we can work with the Peru teams and the members who are in Peru. So there will be opportunities for the sessions on enterprise architecture at the academic institutes who are already there, and the AEA Peru chapter. So anyone who's interested, they can let me know, and I will connect you with Hore, and we can plan the activities. And Hore, you can also share a tentative plan as to how do you like to get started. So we can also reach out to our member community in India. So by the way, Hore was very intrigued by the work which is happening in India, especially by the government with regards to India and the adoption of enterprise architecture. And I would like to replicate some of the work we are doing there in the Peruvian region. And that is the reason he wanted to interact with us all and share his thoughts around what kind of support he would like to need, and how we can look at the short-term and long-term engagements to work with the government and also with the academic institute. So that was the whole idea. And
Yes.
I think, yeah. And Hore has
Yes.
also done I really like the survey which you have done, and giving a very good picture on a very short notice you did it. But it was really good, and you covered both both government and academia. So I think that was really useful inputs for us also. to plan out how we can work with you further and how we can support you in some of the activities which are already happening in the Peru region, how we can enhance those, not only in terms of courses, but also certifications. You talked about around 30 people are already certified, so how we can support. So that all we will plan out and work with you going further.
Maybe, thank you, Meenakshi, thank you, Mr. Palab. Maybe the first step is realize an important event with the expositor or with the presentation of important enterprise architect at a level work, a level of work, such as Mr. Palab Saha. This is we need to start capitalizing, monetizing the interest in enterprise architecture. This is the first step because conformation of enterprise architecture in Peru have a cost, and this is help us in order to legally conform this association, this chapter.
Yes, we'll do that. We will bring in AEA India and take this forward. So, thanks.
Thank you, Mr. Pala.
Okay, so
Well,
no one,
okay.
no one has any further questions, then we can end the meeting.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ray. Thank you for quite an extensive presentation and sharing a very, I would say, honest reality of the things which are happening. And definitely there are opportunities, and we will discuss and work together on the set of activities that we can plan and continue this discussion and engagement. So thank you so much for joining us and taking time for this and putting together this entire presentation, including the survey. That was really helpful, and we would definitely seeing a larger collaboration with you, with the Peru government and academy. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good
you.
day. Have a good day, Mr. Pala. Have a good day, Meenakshi.
You
Thank
too,
you
Jorge.
for the
Yes.
invitation. I hope news from you in the next time. Thank you.
Yes, we'll be in touch. Thank you.
Absolutely. We'll do that.
Okay.
Thank you, and have a nice day. It's early morning for you, so thank you for joining us, and let's stay in touch and look forward to continue the good work. Thank you for it. Thank you, Dr. Saha.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Meenakshi.
everyone,
Thank you all.
for joining, and
Bye.
definitely we see an opportunity to engage with Peruvian government and architects. So look forward to your participation as well. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye. Have a
Thank
good
you.
day.
Everyone.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.